Hey guys, Shadney back, and today we are finally going to do a sketch. There's no free printables. I've just not had time to do that, but I have gotten a couple sketches put together, and I kind of changed up the format a little bit. They're still printable on 4x6, but there's not going to be the color inspiration or anything like that because I didn't really plan ahead what layouts I was going to do. So I couldn't plan out the color inspiration, but this way I can kind of move these around if they don't work each week. I can kind of push them back or whatever. It makes it a little easier for me. So for this week, the sketch is just a bunch of strips all the way down, like a photo strip, and then a bunch of other strips of all different trim and journaling and fringe and all sorts of stuff. For this one, I had planned originally on doing a bunch of stitching on this page, like around the edge and then across some of the elements, just to hold them down and give it, so you can kind of pop them up a little bit and it gives it a little bit more texture. But I don't know at all what I've done with my sewing machine foot. I took it down to my aunt's, my home sewing machine, and then I brought it home, and now I have no idea where it is. So we are not stitching today, but we're still going to do the idea of all the strips all the way down. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that sketch right there so you can kind of keep an eye on it, or refer back to it or whatever. And then what I've done is I've already printed these photos. They're a little bit smaller than 2x2. Last year at Christmas, we took care of my friend's cat. I'll explain it later. But this is Worf, and he doesn't really like India. So this was him sniffing her and then not wanting anything to do with her. So I just thought those are kind of funny pictures. And I printed them a little bit smaller than 2x2 and then just adhered them on a photo strip and cut them down. So it ends up being about 8 inches long right there. So, and then I've just pulled out a couple sheets for the background. Oh, sorry. This is from an Amy Tangerine collection. I got it in a big multi-pack at Tuesday Morning. And then this is a Felicity Jane, just one of their, basically like their cardstock, but it's printed. And I want to cut it off so that this scalloped border stays down there, but so that'll make it 1/2 inch, but I also want to give it another 1/2 inch to give that tiny little border around the layout. So we'll do a 1/2 inch there, and then we'll turn down here and do a 1/2 inch down here. Oh, and that works out perfectly. That scallop is 1/2 inch wide, so it's like perfect. So there are those. And then real quick before I get too far, I want to cut this strip. I like the rough edge right here, but I want to give just a smaller strip of that. And I really love this page. I've been saving it to use it as one solid piece, but I don't think I'm going to. So I'm just going to cut it off and use a strip of that as well. And I want to keep the scalloped edge, but I don't really want that white. So we're gonna fussy cut along the edge here. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it's just a rough cut. So no, my friend last year at Christmas, they went on a cruise. They were supposed to go with her family, but then her mom ended up sick at the last minute, and so her entire family didn't go, but her and her husband went, and these are really bad scallops. It's totally fine. So they still went. So we went, they lived not that far away from us at the time, and we went and checked in on their cats. They have 2 cats, but Worf was the only one that would come down and actually see us. Darcy would kind of come out and let me look at her, but wouldn't really let, like if India was around, she would not. She would hide really bad, so. But Worf would always come down, get some pets, and then go back upstairs. So, but he did not like India very much. So we have this cute picture of him, like just coming down and kind of sniffing her and then not wanting anything to do with her. which she didn't understand that's what it was, so it was fine. Like, she wasn't offended or hurt or anything. And I'm just doing a little bit of gray inking along the edges here. Go. And normally I would, if I had my sewing machine, I would stitch along the top 3 edges and leave this edge open, just because of the scallop. Oh man, I hit you. Sorry. Oh, I will say sorry too. I've got a little bit of a sinus infection or something, or allergies maybe, going on. It's not COVID, but it's snotty. So if you hear me, I'm sorry. And I switched to the Kikoyo adhesive from the recommendation from Sarah Scraps and Christina Sorge from Redefined Creative. It's also the one that is Chanel uses. So we're just switching because I don't like the big giant ATG gun. I just don't. I've tried. I don't like the size of it. I don't like it getting in my way. I just don't like it. So we're going back to a small one and see if this one will work. And I'm going to pause you for a second. Sorry, I had to answer a message from my cousin. They have India, so I wanted to make sure I didn't just leave them high and dry. So my photo is going to go about here. My title is going to be using, where is it? This Christmas. Actually, I do want to use the Fa La La. We're going to do Fa La 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 Kitty. It doesn't make any sense, but I just like it, so that's what we're doing. And then Kitty is going to be out of this. So let's go ahead and pull those out and put them on some wax paper so we can kind of move things around and make sure everything gets how we want it before everything gets adhered down. So we'll do, these are the Alpha stickers, I think from 2 years ago. I can't remember. Let's see, they're foil puffy stickers. That's all it says. Blitzen. So I don't have any idea what collection this is from. I think I want to say it's from Merry Days is what I'm pretty sure it's from, but I'm not positive. Okay, so we'll do Fa La La. And my hands are extra shaky today, so I apologize in advance for that. We'll probably also go in and add a couple of these little guys as well, just to add some more of that gold around. And then we'll do Kitties. I could do Kitties because she has 2, but there's only 1 in this picture. It kind of worked out. I didn't think I'd have any cat pictures because we're dog people. And for these little cat embellishments that we made from the shop, but I found this picture and I was like, oh, it's perfect. We can use the cat embellishments. Kitty with a Y? Is that? Let's do Kitties just because I like the IE. And my journaling can have 2 cats in it. That's totally fine. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna set all of this aside so it's out of our way. So it'll be something like that. We'll pull that strip in here somewhere. Oh, we don't need this little weird end down here. And they don't have to all be perfectly 8 inches long, but just enough that it kind of has that feeling all the way down. I mean, that width all the way down. that's not straight. Okay, so there's that. I don't know what, oh. And then I found this little guy, and it's not really anything specific to what's happening here, but I just thought it would be cute. So we're gonna go ahead and just fussy cut that out real quick. Add some other stuff to it to make it a strip. And then I wanna add some little stickers to make some of the strips, and then I wanna add some little labels and some tickets, some different stuff. So they're not all just paper strips. So there's that. Let's do that one there. Where is this one? So this little book is the Hey Santa sticker book. So we've got these little labels that I could use, and then we also have, I love these, like the little gumdrops and the candies and stuff. I thought those could be cute. And there's also just Merry Christmas, so we could run Merry Christmas all the way across. How long is the Merry Christmas? Let's see. About a little over 2. So we do, you could run them right next to each other and do 8 inches all the way. Let's do that. Let's adhere. Okay, first we're going to adhere. I feel like this might need foam. No, let's not do foam. Which is weird. It's weird that I just said, let's not do foam. Like, y'all know, I use foam on everything. And I don't usually, like, measure out or center things, but just to get that photo started, oops, and try to keep everything kind of, I don't know, straight all the way down. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Yeah, that works out because then I can kind of overlap it over the photos a little bit. That'll be cute. And then let's do this one. Right here. And really the sewing is not a huge part of it, but it would just add a cute little extra detail. But it's totally fine. It's fine that we don't have it. All right, let's move this and this. About 1/2 inch. Oh, move the whole thing. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay. Cut that down. And I probably could have inked the edges of that, but it's totally fine. And now I wish I would have put it up a little bit. Let's see. Oh, I kind of left some dots. That's fine. Let's try it there. There we go. It's a little bit better. We'll go ahead and do some of these. And then we'll do kitties right there. It'll just be perfect. This is somewhere I wish I did have the sewing machine though, because I'd like to be able to stitch these letters down. They are not, they're super skinny, so there's just not a lot of room for adhesive on them, so I'm afraid they're not going to stick very well. So if I do find my sewing machine later, I might still go ahead and run it through. At least right there, if nowhere else. There we go. Oh. there's Kitties. So go ahead and start adding kind of all these little pieces. Just gonna adhere this down just so, again, it gives us a nice kind of straight shelf to work off of. Or mostly straight. I think it's straight. We'll see. Straight enough. Straight enough for us. Try not to cover that one up too bad. Okay, now I want to go in Merry Christmas. Do I want to do it down here? Let's do it right here. One for, I don't know about y'all, but I do not do Christmas cards, or I don't do handmade Christmas cards, I should say. We do pictures and then get them printed. How did I think that was gonna fit? I don't even care. We're gonna cut it off. Totally cool. We usually do handmade. No, we don't do handmade, sorry. We don't usually do handmade cards. We do photos and then send out photo cards so that I don't have to make handmade cards. That sounds like a pain in the butt. I tried it a little bit when we were first married and was not a fan. I want to do these little candies across here. And there's not enough of the gumdrops to go all the way across, so I'm going to fill in with some of these little twisted candies. What are they called? Peppermints? Whatever they're called. Just to go all the way across there. A blue one. Oh, that's a little too high. Oh no. Okay. There we go. And then I have an extra one. We'll just put it back. It's totally fine. There we go. I love the little rainbows, but they're not going to fit all the way across either. Okay, that's it for that book, I think. Oh, I was going to show y'all. I forgot. Okay, so there's a new thing in the shop. They're labels. They're printables. It comes as a PDF. You purchase it. It's not a physical product. It's just a digital download. But it has the labels in all the colors that coordinate with all of these little sprinkly bits and buttons. So they match perfectly. And then I love these guys because you can fussy cut them out and use them as little journaling spots or to layer over. You could even cut the middle out and use it like a frame. I really want to kind of dangle them all down a page and do like some of our favorite Christmas traditions or Christmas memories or something. I think that would be really fun. But let's pull some of those in there. And I have some already started cutting. I already used some of them for a different video that's not here yet. But I thought a strip of these might be really cute. Actually, we could do, that would just about fit. It's a little wider, but we can do our journaling on there. That'll be perfect. So, And actually that width is perfect for that spot. And we'll add something there to fill in that little gap. And of course, we'll probably go back and add splatters as well. And so far, I like this little tape runner. I mean, I haven't had any issues with it so far, so that's good. I want to use, I think I want to use these little houses. Actually, let's see. This one has little houses. This is last year's snowflake collection. And it has little houses too, so we'll throw those in to help fill in the gaps. Oh, come on. Okay. Let's do, just to fill in this little section with houses, I think would be cute. And I give it a little bit more texture. So there's 3 over here, and then there's 2 over here. Let's do that one. There's one more. Let's go ahead and add him in, just because we can. That's all of those. Oh, the little car's cute. No, but the red car is even cuter. Maybe that's what needs to go right here. That little red car, he's so cute. Okay, there's that. Maybe another strip of stuff up here. Oh, we have washi tape too. I don't know where the edge is. So far, I really like how this is coming together. I think it's really cute. That across there. Oh, wrinkled it. Okay, so let me know below. I want to know who's a dog person and who's a cat person. That's what I would like to know. Because I always find that interesting. Most of my friends actually are cat people. But we're very much dog people. My husband likes cats, but I am allergic, so we don't do cat. He's tried to convince me to get a cat before. It's like, no, hard pass, not happening. These are from Hobby Lobby. I just got them recently, and they're super cute. Thought maybe we could add some of those, but I don't know. We don't have enough of any one thing to make it work. Let's see. Ooh, I have these. These would be cute. I could do these across. Because I know I have 2 packages of this. Is why I know I can do that. Because I bought some, these are from last year, and then I bought some this year. And it has just a little bit of sparkle down here. And whether you're a dog person or a cat person, let me know what your pets, like what pets do you have? We have a dog, one dog named Chewy, which I'm sure you've probably seen on here somewhere before or heard me talk about him. But we also have several fish. India got some fish. And she'll tell you all their names. The orange one is Dorothy, which is the same name that Elmo's fish is on Sesame Street, which is how she came up with that name. The orange one is Dorothy. The another one is what she says. The another one is Ballo, which I have no idea where that name came from. And Dorothy's like dark orange, and then Ballo is like a little bit lighter orange. I cannot get that in there. A little bit lighter orange, and he's like kind of white in the face. And then the the last one, his name is Salad. Yeah, that's India for you, to name her fish Salad. So, then these are from last year from the, actually these might be the Merry Days. I'm not sure. I don't know what they are, guys. But I thought these little guys would be cute up here. So Dorothy, Ballo, and Salad. And Salad, actually, when we first got Salad, he was like a grayish color, which is weird for a goldfish. I mean, I would have thought it was weird for a goldfish. I guess it's not really that weird. But now he has literally turned like a greenish color. Like not green, like covered in algae or anything, but just a little bit. Just a little tiny bit green. So we always say he lived up to his name. I'm a big believer that kids live up to the names that you give them. I think if we would have named India anything more plain than India, she would not be as crazy. But, I mean, I wouldn't trade that for anything, because she's definitely her own person. But I think that is... Anyways, that's a tangent. But yeah, Salad lived up to his name. And then I want to add this little guy in here. Like maybe right there. Salad lived up to his name. Oh, and then we had snails. We had a dark colored snail, and his name was Chimney, and he died. And then we got two other snails, and they're both, or one of them died. And we had two algae eaters. They never got named, and one of them got eaten by one of the snails, which doesn't sound like a thing that should happen, but apparently it did. It was really gross. So, and then when Phil and I first got married, we had a hedgehog. I begged and convinced him to get a hedgehog our first Christmas together. And we had him for almost 2 years, and then had to put him to sleep because he had like really, really injured his eye somehow. And then he also had this huge growth on his leg where it was cancer. And where he injured his eye, we ended up finding out, because he couldn't see out of it anymore, we had talked about doing surgery on it, but we found out that from that injury, we figured out that he was blind in the other eye anyways. So, and I mean, he was like not doing well. He was like kind of terrified and running around in circles and all this. So we considered doing surgery for both the eye and the cancer tumor on his leg, but decided that that would just be a lot of extra misery for him, and just to make ourselves feel better. So yeah, so we had him for about 2 years. He was super cute. His name was Arbiter. And then we're gonna go ahead, and I've just been like adding stuff and not talking about it. I'm sorry, guys. These are little hearts. It was a scrap of paper that I really, really loved. I don't know about y'all. I do not really like red at all. But if you pair it with pink, it's like my favorite. So now I am like obsessed with it. I don't know what's wrong with me. So all of these, I don't want to put it behind her butt. So this little pink and red polka dotted paper I absolutely loved and didn't want to throw in the trash. It was like tiny, tiny bits that weren't really usable, so I punched a bunch of hearts out of them and used those. And then I just used some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back so we could pop it up just a little bit. Just give it a little tiny bit of dimension and kind of spread those in 3 to kind of keep your eye going around the page. I really like how this turned out. It's super cute. It's just fun, like fun colors. And then I added these guys just with my Nuvo adhesive. Just trying to see if there was any other little, I already used those. We don't need those, and we don't need stars. Let's do some, where are the gold things? These. Let's do a couple of these. And just add some of these down here. Last year for Christmas, I did a video every day for December. It was crazy. I really loved it. It was a lot of fun, and I think I wouldn't have gotten as much, I don't know how to say it. I wouldn't have as many subscribers or viewers or anything like that now as I do if I wouldn't have done that. But it was hard. So I'm trying to think of doing something like that for Christmas, but I know I can't do a video every single day, especially with the shop and everything as well. So we'll see how that goes. I'm thinking about doing like sketches for 12 days in a row or something like that, but I've not decided anything for sure yet. Add a couple of these little guys. There's like a little pink house. He's super cute. We could add him over here. And there is the little candy cane. And let's do that one. Do him down here. And then we'll stick him up here somewhere. I don't want to put anything behind the cat because it looks like it's coming out his butt. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to leave it like this. Sorry. And then these I also like because they are 1/2-inch circles. I like to stick them on the regular size Stampin' Dimensionals because it holds them down really well. It's the perfect size, you can see on the back there. And let's do him right there. And it gives it just a little bit of dimension, which, you know, I'm all about that dimension and texture, so I'm cool with that. Stick him down here. And then we need some Nuvo, I think. And maybe some, let's do some little stars in here too. Let's throw a little star in there. Right there. Where's the other one? There. And then him I can put up here somewhere. If y'all haven't tried it, these little wood veneers are actually perfect to dip in your Distress Oxide ink pens. I've got a couple videos coming up. I think I did that. But you just take, here, we'll just take, this is an old leaf from last month's, and you just kind of press it in. It's works better if they're juicy, but it works either way. And then it dries just a nice soft, it looks like it's been painted, but it's super easy. So that is something to keep in mind if you want little colored ones. And Nuvo goes over it really well as well. But I think we need some sequins. I don't know. No, let's not do sequins. It's getting a little overmuch. We're gonna do some Nuvo and then we'll move on. And I think I want to add in like this, one of these teal colors. Let's do Emerald Isle. We'll try that. And it is one of the vintage drops. I really love the vintage drops. I feel like they round out and even out a little easier than most drops, without really trying that much. So they're pretty good for that. For like if you've never really tried Nuvo before, they don't leave the little peaks as easily as some of the other colors. And it does, I mean, a lot of it does depend on the color itself that you're using, but in my experience, the vintage drops are really good for evening out and doing stuff like that. And we'll just add a few around and then good to go. So I will go back after those dry because I'm notorious for sticking my hand in wet Nuvo drops. So after those dry, I will go back and do my journaling, and in here I'll add the date in as well. And that's pretty much it. So that was a fun little layout. Hopefully it wasn't too long of a little live, real time, whatever. It's about 30 minutes. That's not bad actually for me, for a scrapbook layout. So here is the kind of up close. I really love how this turned out. It was super fun. So there. It's just a fun little technique you could use. It doesn't have to be for Christmas, but just using strips of stuff, especially if you have a lot of scraps, like strips of scraps would be good for this. Or like ribbon or trim would be great for this. Washi tape is great. So yeah, and yeah, that's it. So that is the sketch. There is my interpretation. There you go. I will have this sketch linked below so you can download the PDF for free and print it. And if you do print it, just print at a 4x6 size so that it will print this size. If you print it as a full sheet, it'll be huge. So, I mean, you could if you wanted to, but it will be huge. This size I like because I punch holes in them and then I can keep them on a ring and flip through if I need some inspiration. So, oh, another tip real fast. I don't have a brand new package or I'd show you. Something I started doing is instead of printing on photo paper, I got some blank 4x6 note cards. It's blank on both sides. Note cards at just Walmart. They're like $1 or $1 something for about 100, or maybe more than 100, something like that. You get a lot for really cheap. So that is what I started printing them on. And I have the sketches ready for the next 3 weeks, I think. So there is that. I thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and happy scrapping. Bye.